Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise and myself, Jason, today bringing you whiskey review into the Ardbeg Corryvreckan. So, in the last two videos I've covered the Ardbeg 10, the Uigeadail, and today we're going to conclude on the Corryvreckan in terms of our core expressions. Wow, this has got cloudy inside, which I don't know if it's drinkable, but I'm still going to drink it. Hopefully I don't die. If I do, it's kind of the end of my channel. I'll give one of the other whiskey tubers my subscribers. Alright, we'll pour ourselves a little bit so I don't die all in one take. So, the core expression for Ardbeg is the Ardbeg 10, the Uigeadail, and then the Corryvreckan, and now they've got a new expression called the An Oa. And I believe they just also announced there is going to be a new release, which is this year's release, called the Ardbeg Grooves, which is like a combination of a wine cask with an Ardbeg, which I'm going to see if I can try and get, because I do like my Ardbegs. So, we'll start off with the review style structure, and then we'll get straight into the video, because there's no point in jumping about. So, review style structure. Age-wise, it is a no-age statement, another one, just like the Uigeadail. But this one is bottled at an ABV of, wait for it, 57.1%. You thought this was strong? No. You think this one was strong? No. This one is just taking it up another level. Now, I tried looking around for the casks, but it didn't mention anything on the box or online, so I'm going to leave that bit out. But the distillery is the Ardbeg Distillery. It's actually owned by Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, and they are located in Islay of Scotland, very close to their neighbours. And so, if you actually, I'm going to leave this actually here as well, guys. If you would like to, if you know the cask selection they use in the Corryvreckan, leave it down below in the comment section. So that way, if you want to help everyone else out in the comments, that'll be fantastic. Now, in terms of the actual price on the Corryvreckan full-size bottle, it's around about £65. It is quite pricey. Well, it's not pricey, but it's getting there because of what it is. In terms of exclusivity-wise, it's not exclusive, and it contains no caramel colour. So, this is the coloration on this whiskey. Now, it does have a very similar coloration to the Uigeadail. There is definitely some sort of thing in there. Dust or something. I don't know how the hell it got in there. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to still drink this. Hopefully I survive. But in terms of coloration, I'm going to say it's along the same lines as the Uigeadail, but it's got a little bit more darker. It's got almost like a sunburst glow, a sunburst gold, or sunburst amber glow to it. So, let's get into the nose. Let's get into the review. Into the nose. So, I nosed it once, and then I nosed it a second time after a couple of, I'd say around about a few seconds. This is just to let my nose get used to the ABV. But first time nosing it, it was very powerful, ABV forward. It was intense. You get a lot of the spicy characters. The second time round, the ABV is subdued now, and my nose is ready. And it's full of spices, allspice. A little bit of aniseed coming through. Nutmeg. With that minerally note that follows up by that peat. And that peat is there. It's that classic, same clean style of peat. Quite salty as well. A salty, briny note. Or that sea spray. It does have a note over there as well that's... It's like almost like you're burning fuel. That sort of smoky aroma that's going into the air. That's almost what I'm getting off this one on the nose. But again, as I mentioned, it is clean. And I'm getting almost like burnt kippers or smoked kippers. You get this in the shops here in the UK. You should be able to get it almost, I think, definitely in Europe. But it's like a fish, which if you smoke it, you get a very different, distinctive, oily, smoky character coming through it. And there's a little sweetness on the end. And this is, it's going to sound interesting, but it's like a Black Forest black cherry gatto, where you get that little bit of sweetness coming through, but at the same time that sort of tartiness. I like that cherry gatto a lot, so that's one of my favourite things to eat. So let's get into the palate. This has got legs on it for days. Blimey, that's got a lot of legs for a little swell. Let's get into the palate. Starting out on the palate for this one, again the ABV is quite dominant, quite powerful. However, that aside, the texture on this one is much more richer. It's oily. It's silky. It's sort of going all over the palate. And that's one thing that's developed from light to medium to full throughout the core range so far. you're getting these combination of spices, and these are mouth-warming spices. These spices that give you a little bit of heat to them, almost like a chili heat, a bit of ginger. It's almost like a remedy for a cough, actually. But then it's combined with the smoke, and a little bit of a rich, burning, woody character. Almost like a peppery smoke coming through. This does have particles in it, but I think they're dust because I can't taste anything distinctive. I'm just saying with the sample, it's kind of... Ardbeg, why do you put dust in your whiskies? Oh goodness. I'm going to have a second sip, see what else I can find. The second sip brings out more of those smoky notes with the pepper. For me, I'm getting salami. It's almost like a smoked salami. And you get that peat sucker punch, giving itself almost like a second wind. Bringing itself with that peaty character again. This is now followed up by a little bit of a, almost like a leathery note. I'm getting black olives again that I found on the Uigeadail. And a little bit of a slight black, bitter licorice coming through again. And I found that quite consistent, that little licorice character. So let's get to the finish. But the texture for this one is definitely oily and silky and full in texture. It's got a lot of texture. Let's get to the finish and come to our conclusion on the Corryvreckan. Moving over to the finish now on the Corryvreckan. My overall characteristics I'm picking out on the finish, it's got a long finish, but I'd say a long medium. It's not as powerful as the Uigeadail, even though it does have the higher ABV. For me, I'm picking out candied ginger, that peaty character still there. A slight mint or oregano character. A bit of a herbal character over there on the end. And there is a little bit of a sweetness, which I don't know if there is a sherry cask combined in this one, but it's almost like if you've taken dates, you've dried them, and you've really thoroughly dried them, and you're just chewing on that little bit of sweetness coming through on the end. And there's a little citrus, like a lemon, just on the end over there, sitting at the back palate, like a waxy lemon peel. So that's about it for my finished opinions. I'm going to give my rating, and yeah, I'm going to go here. I'm giving this one an 89. It's not going to score as like what I did with my Uigeadail, because this one I feel is a little bit more hotter. It's got more of those sort of spicy aspects for me, which are just standing out a lot more and being much more dominant. Overall, my personal favourite out of the three, I'm probably going to say Uigeadail. I've just got a really big soft spot for that whiskey at this point in time. Corryvreckan, I don't understand why this has dust in it, so I'm probably going to... Dust, I don't know why. I hope it's dust, provided it doesn't move. But on that note, I'm going to wrap the video at that, because I think we're going too long and I'm talking about dust in that bottle, which I'm probably going to show you at the end of this video. So I just feel like it just lacks that bit in the finish. And at the same time, it's price point at around about £65. If you can get the Uigeadail for 50, you're saving yourself around about £15, maybe $20. And that's a big difference at the same time when you're drinking your whiskey, because that's only a 3% in difference in ABV, but at the same time I feel that one just gives me a little bit more. So that's my overall opinion on the Ardbeg Corryvreckan. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What's your thoughts on the Corryvreckan? And on that note, if you have enjoyed the video, drop it a like. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, which is over there, and check out the Ardbeg 10 and the Uigeadail videos. And I'm probably going to leave something when I do get to making another Ardbeg video soon. Something is moving in my studio. Freaky times. But anyway, on that note, this has been JasonWhiskyWise. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you all for the next video. Sláinte.